Hello, and welcome to Journey to Easter. And today is Wednesday, March 2nd. Happens to be Ash Wednesday. And something new that I'm going to do this year is rather than go into all of the words in the Scripture, is I'm going to share a word with you, a word that kind of spoke to me as I was reading and reflecting on the daily Scriptures. With today being Ash Wednesday, of course, one of the readings comes from the Gospel of Matthew. And in that, Jesus is saying, beware of practicing your piety before others in order to be seen by them. For then you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven. I thought today's word that really spoke to me was that word piety, or just being pious. Now, we can look at that in a couple different ways. And of course, if you look at the definition of piety, it talks about fidelity, allegiance, loyalty, devotion, faithfulness to something. Maybe it's a duty to something. I mean, that's what being pious is all about. From its early beginnings and the use of it, it kind of had two meanings. One, it talked about a person who was very religious. In a good sense, it's somebody who was really faithful to, that particular part of their faith and so forth. But it also had a negative meaning to it too, where somebody, kind of showed their religiousness, their faithfulness, but they did it in order to look superior, to look better than others. And I think when we're looking at this today in this word piety, we need to think about, our own faithfulness. And, our own dedication to our faith. I mean, Lent is such a beautiful time. As I always like to say, it's just a gift that the church gives us, to be able to practice a little bit more our faith. Practice a little bit more, how we want to be a little bit more like Jesus. And it's not about being, better than others. It's not about trying to, show our faithfulness so that, we think that we're better. It's not about that. It's just about trying to be more faithful and faith-filled so we become more like Christ. I mean, that's what this Lenten journey is about. So today, as we begin our Lenten season, our journey to Easter, why don't we step back and think about your piety, your faithfulness, your dedication to your faith. What are we doing to come closer to Christ? What are we doing to become more like Christ in our daily living? So that's our challenge. Look at your piety. Is it something that kind of, shows others that you're better than them? Or are you just trying to become that better person? Continue your journey to Easter.